Concerns initially were just the fact of what damages it's going to do to the machines. We were worried about the engine. Had issues with the engine before I used this, so I was looking for something to help the engine and not hurt it. So that was my first concerns of, yeah, is there any problems I'm going to get? Which I've seen none. So. My first aha moment I had is in the year before, we would be hauling material to a mound system, and that's usually a pretty extensive thing during the day. So I'd start early in the morning, 6 o'clock or so with the truck, and I was finding at noon, 1 o'clock, the light is coming on, which goes off at about 1/8 tank of fuel. I'm like, son of a gun, I can't make the day. I always have to fill up. So now with running this truck in this last year, I was on a bigger haul to the landfill, started at 5 in the morning and hauled till 5 at night, and I made it back to the shop to fill up. And that was huge for me to be able to continue on without the day, stopping during the day to fuel up. So that was huge for me. That showed right away that the product was working, and I'm like, okay, it was just great. Noticing other things, the smells of the truck were different, feeling better. It's all good. Fuel mileage, we were trying to record it, and it's hard in a dump truck, starts and stops. Every day is a different day. We were recording, initially when the truck was new, there was only 1 to 2 miles per gallon, and through the years it had gotten a little bit better. I was up to 3, 4. Now I'm up to a strong 5, and I was real short to 6 miles per gallon just the other day. In fill-ups, I go by hours. You get an 8-hour day. I struggled. I could just never get hardly an 8-hour day out of it. Now I can get a 10 to 12-hour day. It is an 80-gallon fuel tank on the truck. You can run that down. I think the most I can get in is around 70, 75, chancing that without running empty. So on my normal fill up on a day before we were using the tablet was probably 40 to 50 gallons, and now I'm 20 to 40. Depending on your days. You get a long day, I can get 60, 70 gallons in it, but my normal days are 20 to 30. I was talking with another individual that manages a lot more trucks than what we have, and he was telling me after oil changes, they were pulling out these, you have an EGR valve, you got exhaust gas recirculation, and there's tubings in that system. And these tubings were all plugging up and everything on them, so they're finding that after every oil change, they're reaming out these tubings with some small brushes and stuff. And I've already had the EGR valve system problems with this truck already. They've replaced the EGR valve and done that extensive work on the truck prior to using these tablets. And since these tablets, I've been changing oils all summer long and yet to have any trouble with that EGR valve and all them tubes plugging up on me. So without tearing it apart and looking at them, it's running clean and good. It's huge. Pricing of fuel is going up every day, so every time you fill up, you don't realize it when you fill up at the shop. You don't have a price tag on. When you fill up in town, it's hundreds of dollars to fill up. So the more you can save in that, it's huge. It's hard to explain. When you run the truck, there's breather valves on the engine where you can tell the exhaust gases are coming off that engine, and I'm such a picky person, I can tell when that truck needs an oil change. You can smell the emissions of the engine in my mind of, okay, the oil's getting weak, I need to change it. I do it on a regular basis anyhow, but you can just tell when you get close to the oil change it needs to be changed. But in riding in this truck, I'm noticing a different smell in the cab. Probably aren't supposed to be smelling the exhaust of the engine, but it was, you can tell there's a different smell in the vehicle, engine running. And I ran one of the older trucks, which I haven't quite got the tabs into them yet because they are older trucks. I didn't want to waste it per se. So I ran that truck for a week when this one was getting brakes put in it, ended up with a cold. I got back into this truck, and all summer long I've been feeling well. So emissions, I tarp the truck up on top once in a while. It is an electric tarp, but you like to level the load so it works better. And I noticed right away, and I came home and told the wife, I said, geez, I was up on top of the truck the other day, and my eyes weren't watering from the exhaust when I was leveling the sand off on top. So it was like, huh, it must be doing that as well. My first thing would be is it pays for itself. And that's always huge in anything. If you can cover your initial expense, it's already working. So then when you look deeper into the product, all the things it's doing to help you and the engine are all bonuses. So the upfront thing to me would be is it will pay for itself and it will work and give you money on the side. So everything else is the bonus.